the question of Mr. Srinivas, Cochin. Yesterday I gave you this question to find out its rank, but the question was given in previous IIT like this: the number of letter arrangements that are before Cochin. That are before Cochin. Before Cochin means Cochin is not included in that one. Cochin is not included in this one. So understand now. Now what the short form I taught you is this. First of all, you give the alphabetical numbering. Alphabetical numbering. What is alphabetical numbering? For C, 1, 1. Repeated, no? Repeated. Next. After that, H. After that, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Like this. What we did here, when the repetition takes place, repeat the number. Repeat the number. Now, what I taught you yesterday, you count the number of numbers that are less than 1. You count the number of numbers that are less than 1 only to the right hand side of it. Only to its right side. Only to its right side. So less than 1. No number is less than 1. So it is 0. Of course, in this case it is becoming 0. But don't forget to write by 2 factorial. What is that by 2 factorial? Because 2 ones are there. Like things are there. Like things are there. That is why by 2 factorial is written. 0 by 2 factorial. Okay. That means whenever you write this, you have to include this one also. Whenever you write that, you have to include this. This and this. 2 are there by 2 factorial. Okay. Now less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. No repetition. You write like that only. Less than 1, nothing. Less than 2, nothing. Less than 3, nothing. Less than 4, nothing. Okay. Now start from writing 0 factorial, 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial from right hand side. Remember that. From right hand side. Now multiply this. 0 into 0, 0. 1 into 0, 0. 2 into 0, 0. That is 2 factorial into 0. 3 factorial into 0. Of course 0. 4 factorial into 4. 4 factorial, you know, it is 24. 24 into 4. 96. 5 factorial into 0. Of course 0. That means when the arrangements are, when the letter arrangement, different letter arrangements are arranged in the form of an English dictionary, then there will be 96 different arrangements before Cochin will be there. If you include Cochin also, the rank of Cochin is 97. Rank of Cochin is 97, but in the previous question, rank was not asked, but the number of a letter arrangement before Cochin was asked. So the answer for that previous question is 96 but not 97. Some students of course wrote 97 because generally they are habituated to find out the rank, but in that question it was asked only the number of letter arrangements before Cochin. So the answer for that question is 96 but the rank is 97. I hope you understand that, Mr. Srinivas. Okay, now let us now see some problems on this one. Go to the first. Yes. Yesterday I have discussed the rank of the victory and now I have discussed the repetition also. Okay, now let us see the second problem. Find the number of ways that 5 students can sit in a row so that the tallest and the shortest may not come together. The tallest and shortest may not come together. How many persons are there? 5 students are there. 5 students. What I'm saying, always remember, first of all, divide the problem into operations. First operation I am performing. What is the first operation you are performing here? You have to fulfill the restriction given. What is the restriction there? Tallest and the shortest should not be together. And that means, let me say tallest as T and shortest as S. let us exclude these 2 persons from 5 persons. Then how many remaining persons will be there? A, B, C. Now this tallest and shortest should not be together, means they must be arranged among these 3 only. They should not be together, adjacent to each other. So you have to count the number of places among the remaining 3 people. How many places will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4 will be there. In these 4 places, this tallest and shortest persons must be arranged. They can be arranged in how many different ways? 4p2 different ways. 4p2 different ways. Okay. So first operation can be performed in how many different ways? 4p2 different ways, which is nothing but 4 into 3. Don't totally apply the formula. Just see the suffix. If it is p, start from 4 and write 2 consecutive factors, 4 into 3. So this first operation can be performed in 12 different ways. Now what should be the second operation? Second operation means these 3 persons among themselves, A, B, C, among themselves can be arranged in how many different ways? 3 factorial different ways. What is 3 factorial? It is 6. First operation can be performed in 4 into 3 different ways. Second operation can be performed in 6 different ways. These 2 operations, one after the other or simultaneously, can be performed in how many different ways? So 4 into 3 into 6, which is nothing but 12 into 6, which is nothing but 72. 72 different ways this can be arranged such that the tallest and shortest will never be together. Okay. Next. Yesterday, in between we'll be discussing the problems and combination versus permutation. Combination versus permutation. And by now you might have understood, permutation is nothing but the arrangement of things in which the order of things is also to be considered. Order of things is also to be considered means whenever you write 1, 2, 3, if it is a permutation, definitely you must write 1, 3, 2. Definitely you must write 2, 1, 3. Definitely you must write 2, 3, 1. Definitely you must write 2, 3, 1, 2. Definitely you must write 3, 2, 1. So how many will be there? 6 will be there. It is nothing but 3 can be arranged in how many ways? 3 factorial is nothing but 6 different ways. This is nothing but an arrangement. Understand? It's nothing but a permutation. If it is a combination, understand. If the combination is to be applied in this case, then the question will be like this. What is the permutation of the digits 1, 2, 3 by taking all at a time, such that the digits are in ascending order of magnitude. The digits are in ascending order of magnitude. How many are there? Only 1 is there. Understand that? Only 1 is there. Only 1. But if you see the remaining, all are not in ascending order of magnitude. The same question can be also asked like this. Find the number of arrangements of by taking 1, 2, 3, digits 1, 2, 3 by taking all at a time such that the digits are in the descending order of magnitude. Descending of order of magnitude, how many are there? Only 1 is there. In such a case, you have to apply a combination. What is the difference between a permutation and a combination? Here, if they are ascending order of magnitude or descending order of magnitude, what is happening? This will not be 6. If it is, let us suppose ascending order of magnitude. This will not be 6, but it is only 1. That means this 3 factorial has become 3 factorial upon 3 factorial, which is 1. So what is happening here? We are particular about an ascending order of magnitude. So only this one is required. Remaining all we don't require. Remaining all means they are all internal arrangement in which the order of things is also considered. That is why you are getting 6, but here it is not 6, but it is only 1. That is why 3 factorial upon 3 factorial is equal to 1. And in a more elegant way, for you to better understand, 1, 2. That means the number of two-digit numbers that can be arranged by taking 2 at a time. 1 2 2 1, 1 3 3 1, 1 4 4 1, 2 3 3 2, 2 4 4 2, 3 4 4 3. So how many you have got here? Totally, you have got 12. You got 12 here. But if the question is posed like this, find the number of two-digit numbers that are to be arranged, the two-digit numbers that can be formed from 1 2 3 4 such that they are in the ascending order of magnitude or descending order of magnitude. Then what happens if they are taken ascending order of magnitude? This is not needed, 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 this is also not needed. Ascending order of magnitude, you are getting only one among these two. That means order of things is not to be considered. Order of things is not to be considered. That means 1 2 will not be taken as 2 1 if it is an ascending order of magnitude. So what is how many you have got here? Now you have got only 6 here. How many arrangements you have got here? 12 here. Arrangements. When the permutations are 12 and the combinations are 6. So what makes the difference? Here the internal arrangement is to be divided 12 upon 2 factorial. Or rather you can say it is 12 is nothing but we have derived it yesterday in 2 different ways. Consider 2 blank places. Principle of counting. First blank place can be filled in 4 different ways without repetition. Second blank place can be filled in 3 different ways. So 4 into 3. This is, I have written, any layman can write like this, but we have derived it principle of counting, and principle of counting basing on that we have derived the formula for permutation. So it is nothing but 4p2. So 4 into 3, 4p2, 12. It is nothing but 12. So this 12 is nothing but 4p2 upon 2 factorial. 4p2 upon 2 factorial will give you 4c to understand. 4p2 upon 2 factorial will give you 4c2. What for c stands? Selection of things. What for p stands? Arrangement of things. So arrangement of things means you consider the order of things. In the combination we don't consider the order of things. That is why this is to be divided by 2 factorial, that is. So now combination versus permutation, why I have taken here, we have already derived the formula for NPR in previous class, that is NPR is equal to n factorial upon n minus r factorial. But what is NCR? In this one, order considered. In this one, order not considered. Please understand that. Order not considered. When order not considered, then this is to be divided with r factorial. That's what we did with the 4p2 upon 2 factorial. So the relation between NPR and NCR is nothing but NCR is equal to NPR upon r factorial. That means if you want to write NPR, it can also be written as r factorial into NCR. This is a relation between a permutation and a combination. Relation between a permutation and a combination. So now you can understand whether the number of permutations will be more or number of combinations will be more. It's obvious because permutations are divided with r factorial to get combination. Combination will always be less and permutation will always be more. So where to apply a permutation, where to apply a combination, generally the students are getting doubt in that one. Combination is to be applied for groups, committees, teams, and for all these you have to apply a combination. Like what? 20 people are there. From 20 people a cricket team is to be formed. In a cricket team, how many you need? 11 persons are needed to play the cricket. Then in such a case we need 11 number, that's all, to play the cricket. Who is in the first, who is in the middle, who is in the last, we are not worried about that. That forms a group. Similarly, from your class a committee of 5 students is to be selected. Always remember, selection comes under combination. Selection comes under combination. So for groups, teams, committees, and for all this you have to apply a combination wherever the order of things is also to be considered. Then you have to apply a permutation. So it is important that the difference between a permutation and a combination is this: order considered, a permutation; order not considered, a combination. So the relation between permutation and combination is nothing but NPR is equal to R factorial into NCR. That means you can select the things and you can make them a permutation. You understand? If you apply a combination, then you want to convert it as an arrangement, then you can multiply that with R factorial. Then in such a case, what happens? NPR, that combination can be converted to a permutation. Understand that. So briefly I'll say, generally whenever the numbers or digits are given without any restriction, numbers or digits are given without any restriction, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there without any restriction, like descending order, ascending order, nothing is given, then order is important in this case. If some restriction is given, then you have to consider about the combination. So let us now see more and more problems on this combination permutation the next class, and we will see the geometrical problems on combinations also in the next class. We will see some more relations that can be discussed very interestingly on combinations also in the next class. Okay, thank you.